Well, hello. Today is kind of a day of battling with demons of ink, and I'm going to try to redraw something that I did yesterday. The wonky pottery is for the book, and I absolutely hated it. I did put the video out because it was quite a nice video, but I did hate the drawing. So I'm going to attempt another version of it. Yes, some days it's a battle with your own self will and your self doubt and your blah 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 blah. So today is a rework, a recharge of the battery, and let's do something better. All right? So, if you'd like to watch the redo of yesterday's drawing, here we are. Come join me. Okay, so welcome back, and a kind of a re-challenge, a rework of something that I did, and the kind of the demons kind of got into me a little bit and messed it all up. So I'm going to give it another bash and see where we can kind of get something moving. I have put down a very light line of what I'm trying to achieve, although that doesn't really help. We all get it, we get those kind of demons that come in sometimes, and they just want to drive you to the point of insanity, and that, I'm afraid, has been my week. I have done a fabulous book, and there's a couple of illustrations that have just bugged me. They have just really done my head in, to be honest. So today is all about trying to recharge those kind of batteries and kind of invigorate all your self love in a way. It's like sometimes you can kind of get so sucked in with a lot of this stuff that it's not needed. You kind of do one drawing and you think it's the end of the earth, and it just isn't. It's like, and that's basically where I've got stuck. I've got stuck on this tiny illustration. It's not a big deal. And I just didn't like I drew the character. The character was okay. A lot of the structural parts on the drawing were wrong. I should never have drawn it face on. Always try and give it an angle. Don't do it like something like that. Try and give it some, that type of thing did kind of bug me a little bit, and it does kind of get to you. It does kind of like eat away at your brain a little bit. Oh my god, I failed, I screwed up, it's horrible, and the whole world have watched me draw it. Why? It's not like that. It's not. It's like, this, I see these videos as a twofold. One, for me and you to have a chat, me and you to have some fun together. And the other part is obviously to try and draw something that I'm proud of. And that can't happen all the time, Some days things are going to be groovy and cool, and then someday the demons of ink will come to get you, and it is just going to be horrible, as it was this week. And I did find it a challenge just to kind of not give up and be a plumber or something, It's like, and those days come, and you just, and of course there's nothing wrong with being a plumber, but it's a very different job from drawing mad things all day. And as you will well know, that book 2 will be out this week. book 2 of the Brainiest Combustibles, and book 1 is already out, wherever it is, over there somewhere. The Brainiest Combustibles is already out, volume 1, with all the delicious drawings inside. Look at that, gorgeous. Look at that. Fabulous. So, go and treat yourself to a book. Go and treat yourself. Much better, much better. And I really wanted this to have these kind of like long kind of lady fingers, and I didn't do that either, and it was kind of, it became a kind of, you know, I love the idea of this lady with long fingernails doing this kind of pottery. You know, you can imagine how much mud, how much clay is all in under all the fingernails and whatever, you know. I need to keep an eye on the time also, because it's almost dog walking time. And some little beast that's covered in fluff can read the time. I'm sure he can read the time. I'm sure Mr. Miro can read the time. I'm sure sometimes he just comes running up to me. I'm drawing away and he just gives me a big thump with these feet. Hey! Look at the time, he says. Oh, okay, okay. Ah, but it's raining, Mr. Miro. Oh, rain. I love rain. Oh, but it's all muddy in the park. Oh, I love, you know. So much nicer today. Now, it would be nice to draw the hair in a different color, wouldn't it? Yes, it would. Do I have a nice color? What have I got there? I've got a nice red there. I've got a nice red. Do I have enough? Yes. Alright, well let's just swap that over. Let's just get a nice shoulder in there first. I'm just going to try and thicken up around again. I'll get something in there just to balance that off. You see the way that's balancing off? I hope you can see the way that's balancing. And I would love to be able to, I wonder if I can just do that and then put some other lines in later on. What do you Too much of a challenge? Probably. You'll probably get it all wet, and let's go with the Indian ink. And I'm just using the absolute. I'm just using the end of the. Yes, I know it uses up a lot of ink, but it's a really lovely way to kind of some of those kind of squiggly hair lines down. Cool. Let's just get a few inky lines in there. Not that pen. And again, this is just kind of putting in a few more thinner, more scraggly lines. I like the idea of this kind of lady being quite carefree with her appearance. You know? That she kind of just lets her hair grow all wild and kind of wispy. Is that the correct word? Wispy? Much nicer. Much nicer. Lovely. So there we have this lovely glowing orangey styled hair. There's my black. That's my black. And we just get in there with a nice big long kind of gnarly finger. Her kind of throwing her carefree magic with her fingernails. Lovely. Much nicer. Much nicer. I even get some overalls in there. Let's try and get some overalls in there. Very nice. And let's get her lovely wonky pottery in there. I love this idea in the story where she kind of is very much about kind of feeling like she's getting old and she needs something, and she takes up this challenge to do some pottery, and she brings home lots of wonky pottery and everybody loves it. And I kind of feel like, you know, I love when something is handmade. I'll tell you, look, here's something that my daughter made. My daughter made me a tray. Look at that. You can see all the finger parts in it, and it's like she put Zazzy on the back, and she made me like a little cup. Look at that. It's fantastic, isn't it? With a little with a little dancing heart on it. Zazzy. And I love it. I absolutely love it. So Yeah, Wonky Pottery has got a special place in my heart for sure. And Wonky Pottery is something that should be in everybody's life, you know. Now it has been raining a lot here recently, and I'm hoping it doesn't because if there's too much rain we get soaked. So that is today's drawing. It's a better version of the Wonky Pottery, which was my disaster from yesterday. And it has much more character to it, much more fun to it. Loving it. And that's my lovely squiggly name, Kieron Seamons. I'm here most days doing drawings for you. Today we have beaten the demons. I do feel it's much better. It has broken that spell of evil that the ink monsters put on you. And try not to let them bug your day, because they come and go. Just show them that you're confident enough to keep going, and it's not going to stop you. Boom, boom. Absolutely fantastic. I'm very pleased with that now. That is today's drawing. Let's get a nice frame to it. Give me a nice big brush. Just boom. Boom, 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 boom. Fabulous. Lovely. Look at that. I'm just bringing it all the way back down here. I hope you've had a beautiful day drawing. I hope you've enjoyed today's rework. I hope you can feel that we have beaten the evil demons today, and we have been successful in our drawing. Fantastic. Very pleased with that. Very, very, very pleased with that. So, thank you very much for being here today. Thank you for support. Thank you for just showing up, and it does mean a lot to me, and you subscribing to the channel also means a lot. You know, I'm still trying to get to my stage of actually making some money from this channel, but I still love it. I love it every single day. So, thank you very much for being here. That is the Wonky Pottery from my new book, and it will be out very, very, very soon. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.